Welcome back to the Naval News. We have a great story for you here today, talking about the construction of a brand new frigate in Spain called the F-110. But first, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been feeling stressed, anxious, and might be depressed? BetterHelp is here to help. I struggle with anxious feelings, and often it can seem crippling when it comes on. I just want to shut down and get away from everyone until the anxiety passes. There is a better way of dealing with anxiety. It's BetterHelp. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. You can talk to your BetterHelp therapist in a private online environment at your convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's over 20,000 therapists that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. When you go to BetterHelp.com, creating an account is easy. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. You can request a new therapist at any time. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. You get a 10% off your first month when you use my link, betterhelp.com/subbrief. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/subbrief. Click the link in the description and get BetterHelp today. So big news coming out of Spain. Navantia has started construction of a process of a brand new F-110 class frigate for the Spanish Navy, with cutting of the first steel plate in an event presided by the Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, says the Naval News staff. Dateline April 8th of this year. Here you can see a picture of the event of the cutting of the steel. These are often, more ceremonious than actual production, but it is a significant milestone event and where you're shifting from a design phase of a ship construction project to construction phase. And that milestone often includes unlocking another batch of funds to pay for, the work that's going to be done going forward. So, good job on them on getting into the actual production phase of this brand new frigate we're going to talk about today. Pretty excited about it. One of the cool things about this is the digital twin concept. So let's read a little bit from the piece. Credit to Naval News staff for this. Talking about the F-110 frigate will be a smart ship, the first Spanish naval program designed to have a digital twin. This is a virtual replica of the ship that constantly receives information from the vessel, data permanently supplied by a network of sensors distributed throughout the ship, constructing a cyber-physical system that, through the use of behavioral models and technologies such as cloud computing, machine learning, and Internet of Things, IoT, allows to support its maintenance and operation even thousands of miles away through a digital twin deployed ashore. This is the first time I've heard of this kind of concept, and it's really cool. It may not be the first time this has happened, but it's the first I've heard of it. This digital twin is complemented by the integrated systems, service systems, and R&D development with the universities of Vigo and Coruña, which will provide the ship with an integral sensors in its light points and substantial reducing its wiring, which is important for reducing cost and its weight. And when you reduce weight, you boost performance. So there's lots of follow-on benefits to this digital twin system and integrating the systems together like this. Okay, the F-110 will also have 3D printers on board for manufacturing spare parts. 3D printing has come a long way recently, and whether you're on the International Space Station or you're on a ship at shore, or at sea rather, you're not going to have as many reasons to come ashore anymore because you'll be able to make your own parts at sea. This is huge. And this is the way future navies are going to be operating, folks. 3D printing is going to be the future for all navies eventually. So let's talk some specifics about the F-110. The F-110 frigates are set to replace the Spanish Navy's Santa Maria class frigates, which have been in service for over 30 years. The F-110 frigates will be fitted with the Aegis class combat system, integrating a new solid-state S-band radar by Indra, and Lockheed Martin and Indra have been collaborating since 2009. So this project's been going on now for over a decade, actually. And they're going to develop a state-of-the-art S-band solid-state radar for the frigate program. And the Aegis system is a tested, proven system, whether from the Ticonderoga to the Arleigh Burke, the Japanese Congo class, which is a variant of the Ticonderoga, of the Arleigh Burke rather. And now we're implementing the Aegis systems on these new Spanish frigates as well, which shows that the systems are becoming more modular and smaller, able to operate on smaller boats like this frigate. Let's talk about the sonar system. Arguably, and in my opinion, the absolute hands down best towed variable depth sonar system for any surface ship is the one created by Thalos, the Captas 4 compact sonar system. That's going to be coupled with the TUM-6 underwater communication system and the UMS 4110 system. Let's take a quick picture, take a look at what these look like here. This is going to be the bow-mounted array that's going to, fix to the ship, looking 360 degrees around. Very powerful, transmitting active and passive sonar system with communications capability for underwater communications with other submarines and vessels. But the big news here is the Captas 4 Compact. This thing right now is the best towed array system in the world for any surface ship. Captas 4 Combat, and they're getting it. So good job on securing that contract and getting this VDS. This thing makes submariners terrified because it's really, really effective. It's going to have the Scomba combat system. That's a Spanish-made combat system, and it just works. It is proven. It's used on other vessels. It's got a history of reliability. So really nothing much to see here other than the fire control system does what you want it to do. It works when you need it, and it's very reliable. So the S-band variant is a variant of Lockheed Martin's Spy 7 radar, which it's gonna have a bunch of different capabilities just besides the S-band radar. It's gonna have like a 25x Prisma radar, which is for mission surveillance for surface and low altitude aerial targets. That's really important whenever you're trying to shoot down missiles and low flying aircraft. It's gonna have an integrated identification friend or foe system that includes an automatic detection, surveillance, and broadcast system, which is used for air traffic control. So that's already integrated. It's gonna have electronic warfare defense system, which will remain highly classified, that we'll never really know the capability of, and an infrared search and track system, which will look for incoming low-level cruise missiles and threats. Even low-level airplanes will set this off as well, but especially important for defending against sea-skimming missiles is the IRST I-110. It's getting that as well. For weapons, it's got a 127 millimeter, medium caliber gun here. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Here's a picture of the Leonardo. This is the 127-64 LW. It has the Volcano caliber or type of ammunition family of rounds, and it holds, it says here, 56 rounds in 4 drums ready to fire and can shoot 30 rounds per minute. So run 1 round every other second. Pretty rapid rate of fire. The cool thing is that it does have the guided long range ammunition for, longer than just ballistic range because it has little fins on it. And it also has the ballistic extended range, the Burr ammunition as well. And this can extend the range of the gun to up to 100 kilometers. But those rounds tend to be very expensive. We'll see if how many of those they actually shoot. The American Zumwalt class kind of ran into this problem. We have the technology and capability of shooting very expensive rounds a very long distance, but is it really worth it? Can we accomplish that mission at cost for less, right? But a very good gun, shooting 1 round every 2 seconds. It's going to have the Raytheon's latest ESM missile, and this one is badass. It's the Block 2 ESM S2 missile, and here's a picture of that. This is a culmination of like 40-some years of research, and this missile is being shared with a lot of NATO allies right now. It's extremely accurate, out to about 27 miles. They're going to carry, I think it's 16 of these, or up to 16. They can carry various things in their VLS, and they have 16 total tubes. But this is a big part of, defending the fleet and defending itself from aerial attack, whether it's a airborne, threat or an incoming missile. This missile is going to be defending not only itself, but anything inside that 27-mile bubble, the RIM 162. And then we have lots of other things like communication system, navigation, all very important. And then finally, a propeller system that is supposed to be very quiet. We'll see how quiet it is when she actually goes to sea. That integrates, a controllable pitched propellers with special bearings and hydraulic systems that insulate the shafts, plural shafts, to keep them very quiet. And it also raises the speed at which cavitation begins, which means you can go a little bit faster without cavitating. That's all very important in being stealthy. Underwater radiated noise is a big factor in any ASW ship like this is going to be. And so they can maneuver a little bit faster without necessarily giving their position away as far. So all very good ideas being incorporated into one apparently very capable ship. And, a tip of the hat to the Spanish Navy for getting, they're going to be building 5 of these. Oh, and I should mention early designs integrated the Harpoon quad launchers. They had 2 of them. In this final design, it doesn't have any mention of the Harpoon launchers, but it could have some anti-ship capability as well with either the NSM or the Harpoon missiles as well. But again, big tip of the hat and lots of respect to the Spanish Navy. Well done. This looks like it's going to be an amazing ship, and I look forward to seeing it at sea to see its performance. All right. This has been Naval News, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.